So before I ask you about the music stuff directly, right? I want to just get one last question for myself and the audience because I like what you're talking about. Like, what's the difference between just being judgmental and telling somebody the truth, or if you can just give me an explanation of what that makes you think about when I say it? I don't always look for like answers, just explanations or just thoughts sometimes.
It's judgmental to me when, in the next show, basically calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me that I got a cracked window when you live in a glass house yourself. You feel me? So it kind of makes it hard for you to even look at that aspect and that aspect. So I look at it like this: when it comes to somebody that I'm trying to tell the truth to, it's very blunt. It's very the truth. The truth is, it hurts. The truth, it hurts. In some situations, you can't beat around the bush. You got to say what you need to say, because once you start beating around the bush, now you've made it an issue. Because in some situations, you have a situation where you're like, damn, why you ain't just tell me?
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, you did all of this when you could have just said something. You could have just been honest. You know what I'm saying? And then you have situations where you drag it out. Once you start dragging it out, it's becoming a judgmental thing, because you could have been said something.
Wow, that's deep.
You could have been said something. You could have been stopped it. But instead of stopping it, you let it continue so you have something else to talk about. That's judgmental. You're being judgmental. And instead of, that's not helping that person. You're just shaming that person. Where's the help at? You could have been said something instead of, just throwing your little shades. You could have set me down, had a woman to woman, man to man, woman to man, whatever the conversation may be, and talk to me. Communication actually, like, stops wars. But people, they're not going to tell you that part. Like, they're not going to give you that information. I'm sorry I even said it. I don't want no problems. But it's the truth, and that comes from the situations I've been in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody lies. You call yourself not wanting to hurt people's feelings, and I don't know how they're gonna look at me afterwards and all that. Well, you gotta look at it this way. How can you look at yourself when you feel this way about this certain person and they don't know it? How do you look at yourself? How do you continue to deal with this person when you know you feel this way about this person? It's either fix it or eliminate it. And sometimes it can't be fixed. It can be rerouted to the point where, and then y'all come back around at a later date, whatever the situation may be. But sometimes you just need to cut ties and say what you need to be said, instead of, holding on to whatever you think is holding on to and saying little stuff and judging the situation when you could just fix the situation.